Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to my first tactics video for FIFA 22. It is the 3-4-2-1. Not a very common one. It's one that I've just been using for the past few days, and I gotta be honest, I haven't lost a lot. I've lost maybe like once or twice. It's absolutely insane, man. The attacking movement is just ridiculous. Defensively, it's still so solid. I'm using this team. I'm in Division 3. We're beating teams with Ronaldos, with Messis, and Mbappes, you name it. It doesn't even matter. We're just breezing through them, and it's because of these tactics 100%. So let me share them with you. Let's see what they're looking like. So it's pretty simple to start off. We're going to go with the balance for the defensive tactic. You don't want to press in a formation like this because it is a 3 at the back. When you press too much, you're going to be wide open. We don't need any of that. So we stay with balance there. The width we keep at a 40. We don't want to be defending too wide. Leaves a lot of gaps in the middle. 40 I found to be really solid for me. You can adjust this if you feel like you're being exposed in a certain way there, but I think 40 is pretty solid. Depth 65. I experimented with higher. Those over the top through balls are just so powerful right now. I wouldn't recommend going too high. 65 felt really nice. I could still win the ball pretty high up as well. Offensively, balanced is always the way to go. I can't play any other style. If you like playing a different style, like the fast build up or the long ball, go for it. But I think balance is just really good, man. I think balance just works, especially for this formation where it's all about those wide runs. Balance keeps everyone kind of close until it's time. Chance creation, this is just how I play, and it works really well for me. Forward runs, this formation is built around getting your wingers involved a lot. Your left mid and right mid, they're going to be all over the pitch, making a lot of runs. You will commit a lot of numbers forward, so you have to be smart with the ball. I'll get into that in a little bit, but keep it on forward runs. Width on 60, just pretty average, nothing too crazy there. Players in the box, we go with a 7. I actually had it a little higher before, and I think it actually worked better, so I'll probably keep it higher again, but this is just more of a safer one. And then corners and free kicks I keep lower. I don't score a lot on those. Let's get into the player instructions. I'll tell you what kind of players to use and how you can get the most out of these tactics. Let's start with the central striker. You want them on stay central. You want them on mixed. I've experimented with every other style. Mixed just works best. They come back a little bit. They still make good runs. When they're on getting behind, I feel like there's too much of a hole between them and the center mids. When they're on target man, then I feel like they're not making enough runs. I just feel like mixed attack just gives you a little bit of everything. So keep them on mixed, stay central, nothing else. I don't even keep them on stay forward because I like when they drop in a little bit just to support the midfielders. If you want them to just be more attacking, keep them on stay forward, but I think basic defense support works just fine. So your left forward and right forward, about the same, stay central, and we have them both on getting behind, also on basic defense support as well. With a formation like this, you kind of need everyone to chip in a little bit on defense. They're not going to run all the way back down the pitch, but they are going to help you in the midfield a little bit. Getting behind is important. Your center striker is the main guy that's going to receive the ball. These guys will make all kinds of runs coming in the diagonals. Keep them on getting behind. Get some pacey guys here. Your middle striker doesn't have to be pacey. He does need to be a little bit stronger, have a good shot on him. Your left forward and right forward, they need pace. They need to get him behind. Try to get a nice weak foot as well. You know what kind of guys to use here. Right mid and left mid. So for me, I use fullbacks here. You can use more attacking mids if you want as well, but they do have a big role. They do have to come back on defense a lot, stay wide, and get him behind. So basically their role, bomb up and down the flanks. They don't have to come inside at all. They're going to put in crosses. When you lose the ball, they're going to hustle back. I think work rates are kind of important on this one. They need to have at least a medium defensive work rate because they are an important part of your shape defensively. When you're defending other teams, these guys end up coming back and you're basically in a 5 at the back at that point. Very difficult to break down. That's why I use fullbacks. They just keep me more solid. Crossing is a very important attribute on these guys. They get in behind so often on the wings. They have to be able to put in a good cross. Crossing feels very solid this year. So use fullbacks or use wingers with good crossing here. Pace always helps, of course. So I'd say at least 80 pace to get in behind. The center mids. These guys are the most important guys on the team. So I know it says stay back while attacking for both, and they will stay back while attacking until they don't. These guys will always be in the edge of the box when you're building up, and when you put in a cross, you would be surprised how many times these guys show up in the box and chip in with a goal or an assist. So I keep them on stay back while attacking just so that I'm not overloading too much. But don't worry, they will be involved in the attack. Cover wing instead of cover center on these guys. Because the buildup is mainly based around getting in behind with your wingers, when you lose the ball, usually it's going to be with these guys up higher on the pitch. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that there's no gaps on the wings for them to exploit. So as soon as Jesus Navas loses the ball, Paulinho just shifts into that spot. You'd be surprised how many times you win the ball right away because people think they have an easy diagonal through ball. They will go back to the center as soon as the wing backs come back. So don't worry about that. get the cover wing, it works just fine. Important things to note with these cards, they end up playing as box-to-box midfielders. They are up and down the pitch the entire time. Get your center mids with high stamina, high defending, high physicals. This is not the place to play your flashy cams or anything like that. You need 2 hard hat wearing box-to-box midfielders that are going to do the dirty work for you. Don't care about the goals, just spray the ball to the sides and don't worry about anything else. One thing to note when building up in this formation, these 2 guys cannot be the ones to lose the ball. If the midfielders lose the ball, you will get scored on, or you will be wide open. If you're going to lose the ball on the wings. Don't do too much with your center mids. Get the ball and spray it out wide right away. Center backs, nothing special. Get 2 pacey center backs as your left center back and your right center back. My middle center back is Fernando. Like, it can be anyone. They need to have good defending. They also need to have good passing. That's why I use a CDM in this role, because a lot of the times in your buildup, this guy is actually going to be spraying your passes across the pitch to your left mid and to your right mid. Goalkeeper's on balanced and balanced. And that's basically it. Like I said, it's a very attacking formation. The main things to keep in mind, like I said before, in your buildup, do not lose the ball with your center mids. Lose the ball with any other player in your front 5, just not the center mids. It leaves too big a gap. So be safe in the middle. On the wings, you can take a few more chances. Utilize your overlaps and also utilize the threat of the overlap. So just because your fullback's going around the side, a lot of the times people will peel off their defenders and you'll see a huge gap where your striker, where your left forward or right forward even duck in behind. So you have to be alert in this formation. Your players will make great runs. Be smart with your passes. You have lots of passing options with your wingers and your forwards. So mix it up a little, try crosses, try squaring it back, play around with this formation. I promise you, it is different, it is unique, and it does work. But that's all I got for you guys. This formation has allowed me to use a team like this, a very cheap team, basically all untradables. And if they're not untradables, they're like 1 or 2K, and it's beating God squads, man, because it's just impossible to mark. It's impossible to mark all the runs if you're a smart player. So be smart with this formation. Try it out. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy these tactics. If you want to see anything else, I have a 5-2-1-2 that I run as well. Let me know. I can do another video for it. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. We're on the rise. Elite Division, here we come. And we're going to use this tactic all the way there. See you guys next time. Adios.